Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa Arsager Creations. How you doing? We're bringing to you something new. I've never done it before, but I was Googling and I found a recipe on. I like to make breakfast for the entire week. Sometimes 2 weeks, depending on what it is. But hubby and I both we enjoy food by the texture along with the taste and the flavor. The texture is a big issue for both of us. So when we do our breakfast, when I do the breakfast stuff, especially when it has to do with eggs, sausage, and bacon, what I like to do is I cook an entire pound of bacon. I like to put it on a cookie rack. In fact, I'll show you right over here. I already did it this morning. And then there's my bacon. I had to fry the rest of it because it was too wide for my little area here. But then, as you can see, when it cooked, of course, it shrank. Because that's what bacon does. Okay, bear with me. Sorry about that moving there. Okay, so now I'm going to be making breakfast sausage. And I didn't realize I don't have any more breakfast sausage because I like to buy the Jimmy Dean. Just because I like the flavor and the fact it's convenient. I didn't have any breakfast sausage in the fridge, in the freezer. And I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because hubby really likes sausage, breakfast sausage. So I just Googled how to make your own. And that's what we're going to do today. To save on time, okay, I went ahead and poured everything together, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see. I don't want to move everything too much around. Oh, let's see, can you get there? Yeah, there we go. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you what all the ingredients are. It's going to take 1.5 pounds of pork sausage, 1.5 pounds of ground pork. Okay, 4 cloves of garlic, which I minced it. It's minced, and I minced it myself. 4 cloves, so it's nice and fresh. If you can, of course, like anything else, your food tastes so much better if you can use fresh items. But if you can't, don't sweat it. Use what you've got to go. Just deal with what you want to deal with. Okay, I didn't have any, and I wanted to hurry up and make it because I gotta hurry up and get ready for work. And come back tonight and finish it off, because it's best if you mix it all together and make it. If you let it sit for at least an hour, but overnight is even better. So overnight's anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. Well, by the time I go to work, come back, it's going to be at least 9 hours before I can get back. So that's, to me, I think that's more than enough time to let it simmer and its own little juices and stuff. So that's what I plan on doing. But if you can, make it the night before. And then you cook it the next morning, and you're all ready to roll. Okay, so we've got in here 4 cloves of garlic, which is right here. 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of sage. 1.5 teaspoons of thyme. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And I'll do a little pop-up with all the ingredients that I used, okay? But again, like I said, if you have fresh, it'll taste even better fresh. But what I'm going to do now, especially if this really turns out really, really well, because I've never made my own breakfast sausage before. So we'll see. And if it turns out really good, I know when I use fresh ingredients, it's going to taste even better. And then I plan on making extra, and I'm going to be freezing it in the freezer. So we always have breakfast sausage always on hand. Okay, it's going to ask for kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, which is in there. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I forgot the pepper. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is right there. Black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red bell peppers. Poultry seasoning, 1/2 teaspoon of that. And smoked paprika. Now, if you haven't bought poultry seasoning, do yourself a huge favor. It's so fantastic to add this in your mixes whenever you're making any kind of poultry. If you're doing a chicken soup, a chicken stock, pour some of that in there. It is really some good stuff, okay? So now I'm going to mix it all up, and I have my little handy-dandy little, this is called a garlic press grinder, mincer, and it's all manual, so you use your own power strength, which I don't have very much. But that's okay. And what I like it is it's just enough for what I need to do. And as you can see, there's a little granules. See that? Where it's got all minced up. And I'm hoping to really stay with it by 15 minute time frame. I know a couple of my videos lately have been a little bit over that. It's like, you know, sadly, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Cooking just takes longer than I thought. I thought we could snap and it'd be ready, just like in YouTube world. But reality, no, it isn't. But I like to make items that take less than an hour to make, unless you're doing some simmering because you want it to simmer. Now that's different. But for just a plain meal, and I've been learning I'm double batching everything. But my first time making it, I only make one. But and once I've done that and I like it, I'm always going to double batch. And if I can, I'm going to triple batch. If I have the space in the freezer or the pantry, I'm going to double batch. So I'll always have something of whatever it is ready to roll. Oh. Now sometimes you get some of your garlic and it's a little yucky on the inside. And let me, ooh, I just dropped it. Where did it go? Ah, bear with me. I just dropped it. Where did it go? Well, it's gone on my apron. Oh well, I'll find it. I'm barefooted, so I may even feel it. But anyway, sometimes in the center of your garlic, especially like some of these ones that are a little bit older, all these were pretty good, but this one was kind of yucky because you just never know. Okay? And if you see any little imperfections, go ahead and take those out because you don't want to eat those. Alrighty, so there goes my garlic. I've got my little whisk. And now I'm just going to whisk this all together. Now don't forget you got that brown sugar in there. Woo. I got my fan on because I am burning up. Making that bacon, because I had to fry some bacon and I made some bacon in the oven. Because it's such a time saver to bake your bacon in the oven. Now say that 3 times. Bake your bacon in the oven. Bake your bacon in the oven. Bake your bacon in the oven and eat it. You know, you gotta have fun when you're cooking. And since I'm really starting to enjoy cooking and baking, I'm going to be making some little desserts. We're feeding our elders at our church dinner tomorrow night. So tonight I'm going to be making our main meal, and then I don't need my readers anymore. Uh-oh, lost my earpiece. I'll put it together in a minute. Oops. I don't like to face them on the table because I don't like the lenses to get scratched. Okay, so there we go. See that? Let me get some light into that. Let me get light there. Okay, come on, light. Where are you? There we go. Let me see that better. Okay. Just want to make sure it's really mixed well. My dirty dishes. Let me get my pork sausage. This is 1 pound. I know it said for 1.5, but that's all I got. And then it'll let me know also if I really need to do 1.5 versus 1 pound. Let me just take all these extras. This is meat. It's still good. Someday I'll be able to get myself a meat grinder to put on my KitchenAid attachment, and I could just get pork, like pork chops or whatever, and grind my own pork, so I always have it on hand. Cause we buy pork chops almost all the time. Every time I go to the grocery store, you buy pork chops. Now this is going to be the messy part. This is the part I still don't care for too much, but I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to make the sacrifice. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix it all up. could definitely see from the looking of it, I definitely need to have another half a pound to this mix. Which I think I'll probably run to the store on the way home and pick up a couple more packages of ground pork. I got this at my local Aldi. I'll put the link to my video of the Aldi one I just did, my Aldi haul. I really enjoy Aldi because there's a lot of good stuff. There's some that's not so good, but it's like anything, any other store. Some things are good, some things just are not. Yeah, see how dark it is? I definitely need to add another pound. But because I'm already in it, I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. And I'm going to let this, you just cover this with plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge and just let it marinate in itself. And that's all you need to do. Yeah, mix everything, mix it all and combine it. Cover with plastic wrap and place in the fridge for at least 1 hour or overnight. It's better if you can. So I'm just going to grab all this other stuff in the bottom. I don't have any more powder. See that? Oops. You can't see that. See that? I don't have any more loose powder there. So it's all incorporated in that piece of sausage. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying some more pork sausage. I better get myself a note. And then messy. Reminds me of when I used to play in the dirt with my granddaughter. And she was like 1 and 2 years old. She loved playing in the dirt, but she hated to get dirty. She would just do like this and poke it. I go, get your hands in there, get them in there. Ooh, she didn't like that. But she liked to make mud pies. She liked to be Mrs. Mama and cook and bake, and I just of course, any grandma's joy is playing with their grandkids. And now the little girl's 20 years old. She's in college. Okay, so now I've got most of this off. I'm going to go wash my hands. And I'll bring you back, because all I'm going to do now is go wash my hands, wrap this up, stick it in the fridge, and I'll come back tonight after work. Well, after I get home from the grocery store, because I got to definitely buy 2 more things of pork sausage. Probably going to do 4 or 6, because I think I really am going to enjoy this. So we'll bring you back when we come to that next phase, okay? Okay, we are back. I ended up putting another pound of sausage in my mix, and I had to let it sit. I had to go to work, and now I'm on my way to work. But I did mix it up last night, and it did set overnight because I just ran out of time yesterday. I had other things I had to get done. So now we're going to shape these into little patties, and then we're going to cook them. I got my little frying pans both going. I have no idea how many this is going to make. And I have to hurry up because I've got 15 minutes to get these cooked and shaped. So, hear the cook pan sizzling? So I'm going to do this, and then I'll bring it to the camera after I wash my hands. And I'm just going to cook them. It looks awful dark, but then this is a homemade mix. I've never done it before, and I don't want to taste raw meat, so I'm hoping it tastes good, which is why I want to go ahead and get 1 pan coated, because if it's not good, I want to be able to add some more ground pork to it, so I don't waste the whole thing. So I'm only going to cook, whatever that 1 pan will hold is what I'm going to cook. And like anything else, you'll learn and see what works and what doesn't work. That's a pretty good shape, because I don't like my patties really thick. And when I cook my sausage, especially when I'm making it from scratch, I like to squeeze down on it when I flip it over. That way it separates. You know what? That's enough for right now. Okay. I'm going to wash hands, and then I'm going to turn the camera off. I don't want to contaminate my camera either. So we'll bring it back, but there they are. I hope you can see that. I'm behind the camera, so I can't tell if you got it in frame or not. But I'll bring you back to that next phase once we get these part cooking, and let me taste them. Okay, your first batch is pretty much cooked, and as you can see, I squeezed them. And you want to cook this on kind of like a medium heat, because you don't want the outside to burn before the inside is cooked, okay? And I personally like to flip them at least 3 times, okay? That looks good, and it smells so good. So I think we're done on this part. I'm going to turn my heat off for right now. We're going to do a taste test. I'm putting them on a paper towel because I want the paper towel to soak up the extra grease. Turn that away from the heat. Then I personally like to let them rest because this is going to make a whole batch. I'm going to be able to freeze some of these in my freezer reusable bags, so we'll have them for future use. Now, once they're totally cold, I put them inside a paper towel, fold it over, then I put it in the bag. That way it's less cleanup of the bag for me later down the line. So let's do a quick little taste test to find out, can we eat these? Do they taste good? Let's take this one here. We'll touch a pot. Look at that. See how that's cooked on the inside? See that? Oh. This is some good breakfast sausage. And this is what the raw meat looks like. Just to let you know. So, I'm going to finish this up. Cook them all up. And I think we've got a winner here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. I'll probably do a pop-up with the finished project with all of them. And then where I put them in my freezer bag. Okay? Bye-bye. Okay, we are back. Wanted to show you, here is my reusable bag. I got my sausage inside. See that? Got paper towels on both sides. And now we get to seal it up. Since I'm not done, because I still got to make my hash browns, and then I can make my breakfast croissant sandwiches. All this, whatever's left over, oops, there's some air in there. You definitely always want to get as much air out as possible, because that's always good for anything, so we prevent freezer burn. But I sincerely doubt these are going to last more than 2 weeks in the freezer. Hubby loves some sausage, especially when it's already ready to just take out of the freezer. But there we go. Now we're all set. Gonna go in the fridge, gonna finish my hash browns, but I'm on my way out to work. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.